Welcome to Ali's Cards and Knickknacks. I'm Ali McMenamin, and this is my little demonstration. I wanted to show you today a new product from our new catalogue, and it's called Sending Smiles. And it's a great stamp set, perfect for beginners, and you can, all the avid stampers, you would be able to dress this up no doubt, but it's absolutely perfect for a beginner. So I just want to make sure I'm coming through on Facebook. Bear with me while I check. Yes, I'm coming through loud and clear. I've just muted it, so if anyone joins us, please leave a message. If you're watching it on YouTube, like my video or subscribe to my channel. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, that will help me greatly. I can then go live as well from YouTube. So, yes, once again, I hope everyone's well and happy and enjoying the weather. We've had a break in the rain, which is marvellous. The yard should be able to dry out a bit now. So I'm just trying to get that shine off my there. So let's start. I've done 3 cards, and they're at different stages of creativity. So this one I thought would be great for a beginner. It's just straight stamping on a base card with a white layer. Some glitz there, some glamour there, and it's just very simple, straight stamping. This one is for a step up. I've inked this twice, so I can show you how to do that. And it's just a bit more of a next step up with doing stamping that way. This is for the avids. It's still not very difficult, but we've got some embossing down here. We've put a baker's twine, and we've done the 2-tone stamping. So today I'd like to make 2 cards, maybe 3. So I've used these 2 are in our new in colours. Excuse my croaky voice. Tahitian Tide, and while I learn and Sweet Sorbet, while I learn all the new colour names, and Orchid Oasis is this top colour up here. But these would be great to do bulk amounts, and you certainly could put them in a little box and give it away as a gift. I think it's a great set. So it comes with its matching dies, and one of the main things that I just love is that all of the sentiments here fit in these die cuts here, which is marvellous. And here you can either cut them out in card or stamp them and cut them out, which I just love being able to do. On this side, I'll just show you, you can cut your greenery out, all your flowers, or cut out little blossoms in multicolours. We'll be certainly using this quite a lot in the next 12 months, but it's a great set, and it's in the catalogue, in our new catalogue here. And I'll just go to the page. Here it is, Sending Smiles. If you want a bundle, it's $82.25 with the 10% discount. The stamp set itself is $39. And as you can see up here, the samples that they've given are just marvellous. So it's on page 14 of the new catalogue. If you need a catalogue, just leave a message for me, and I'm happy to send one out to you if you're in Australia. I'm an Australian demonstrator, and also if you're thinking about joining, we have a fabulous special, and that is for $169 you can choose $235 worth of products, and as a bonus they're actually giving away a pack of stamp sets of the new in colour. So that's 5 stamp sets, a pack of paper, and some very handy in colour grid paper. So, and that's worth $116, and you get that absolutely free. You also get brochures with your kit, business side of it, if you wish to be a business demonstrator. Otherwise, you can give that to another demonstrator if you don't want it, but that is all included in your kit. So let's start. Okay, how about I demonstrate quickly all 3. It won't take long. This one's our first one. It's more for the basic stamper. Let's have a look at this one. So, basic red cardstock, and it's A4 sheet cut in half, which gives you your card base. You then have basic white, and that's cut to 10 centimetres to 14.3, and that will be your front panel on your card. So the first thing you do is fold it in half. Like that. And obviously burnish your creases. Very important to remember to do that. Right, so here's your top cover. Now I'm going to use, I've already put it on, so it's your greenery. So, and I just wanted to show you that these stamps are actually, can go straight like that. You can just put it down and just straighten it up, because it's got a natural curve in it. Now, you know, when I stamp it second time or third time the same card, it never turns out identical. I have this terrible habit of changing things as I go. All right, so that's about there. So put your middle one down, and it's nice and straight. Now, I'm just going to take it off, relax it, and let it curve. And you can make it curve a bit more if you want, like that. Now, I want this to be lower, but I don't want the stalk to go past here. So I'm just going to put a post-it and just put this a bit lower, like that. All right. Now, I'm going to relax it by pulling it up. And now I'm going to make it curve the other way. Sorry if I went out of camera shot then. Okay. There we go. So now I just put that out like that. And of course it already looks a bit different, but hey, I told you I can never do anything the same. So I just want to get our next stamped ones. I might try this one. And I need a centre. That one and that one. So they're very little stamps, very tiny. So I've got my little stamp blocks here for tiny stamps. And I do like to put my stamps straight onto blocks. 1, you don't lose them. 2, once you start stamping, you don't want to have to stop. Now my card base was in real red, so we want to use the same ink as the card base. It's there, and the centres I used was crushed curry. So we'll stick with that for the time being. You could use lots of other colours. Actually, here I go. How about pear pizzazz? Now, if anyone's watching, remember to say hi, leave me a message so I know who's there. Now here we go. I've changed my design already. I'm hopeless, aren't I? So I'm going to put the big stamp right up top. The big flower, like that. How's that? Now, I want a couple of more, but that one there. And the beauty of stamping is you can have the same design, but it not be the same. And I just love that I don't have to create identical. I can put that one there. I just have this thing that I love to be free to change anything at any time. Okay, 2, 4, 6. I hate doing even numbers, but I think if I do any more, it'll look a bit crowded. So we want to put our center stamps in. Try and center it. There we go, that's better. Better job. I like to stamp over a stamp, but it's hard because the camera's in the way and you don't want my head in the shot. There you go. How's that looking? I think that's looking terrific. Right, now we're just going to stamp our large sentiment, which is sending. And in this stamp set, they've got a huge array of sentiments. It's amazing. If you can't find the right sentiment in this, you're not looking. And that's sending. Now, what sentiment? Love and big hugs. So we'll get that out. Put it on this little tiny block. Now, these sometimes are a bit tricky to put on. Not that they're hard to put on or anything, but you like them to be a bit straight. So I line it up upside down and then pop it straight onto my block. There you go. Because you want them relaxed. You don't want a curve in it. Now I'm going to use the in colour, which is Parakeet Party. I really will have to learn these names. Beautiful colours this year. Stampin Up's outdone themselves in the colour range they've brought in. And I don't say that lightly because every year you don't always like the colours, but this year I love them. They're bright, they're happy. There we go. And now I'm just going to glue this into place with Stampin Up's Tombow glue. Oh, I should have checked it. Come and glue. There we go. How am I going? And glue it into place. How's that? Oh, I actually like that one better. Oh dear, I just amused myself. I do. I like that one better than my original. Now I'll get my pick and put some bling on. These are little red rhinestones, basic jewels. You should all have a pack of these. They're fab. I'm going to put that on for the dot. Now remember to work in your uneven numbers. So that's 3, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'll put that over there so I don't lose it. Rhinestones away. Close my stamp pads, especially the Pear Pizzazz. So there you go. That's a beginner one. Not too hard. Nice little card, and you can change the sentiment. You could do the same type of stamping and just change this here. You've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sentiments. I've got love and big hugs, so you could change that and have 8 different cards, especially if you're doing a pack. Now, let's move on to our next card. So hopefully I'm not boring you. Here we go. Our next one. This is in colour, and it's called Sweet Sorbet. I've already halved the card. I'm going to burnish the side. Here we go. So once again, card base, so which is half an A4 sheet. Then our white piece, which will sit on top, which is basic white at 10 centimetres, 14.3. Right, now this one, what's this one going to be? This one is Sending Love, Sending Birthday Wishes, and we've stamped up the top. Now, it's always a good idea if you're sort of thinking, where will everything go? How about you stamp first the sentiments? We don't normally stamp sentiments first, but sometimes it's really good to get the sentiment in and placed where you want it. So I'm going to put it up the top. Right, beautiful. And this one's got birthday wishes. So I didn't feel like I had put that on very straight. Still not straight. And that's obviously in colour of the Parakeet Party. Birthday wishes, beautiful, done. So now we're right. We're going to get our leaf here and ink that up. Now I want it fairly straight, so I'm going to pull it off, straighten it up, re-ink. There we go. Now I want to have them just curving out, but I'm going to lower it again. And take it off because we want it to curve the other way. There we go. It's very similar to what I had there. Now, when using a different stamp head here, and I'm going to use 2 colours. I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet, and what was the other colour I used? I think it was Crushed Curry, the bottom part, but I'm going to test out Calypso Coral. It might be a mistake, and I'll change it over, but let's give it a go. Eh? Worst come to worst, it doesn't look the best. So what I'm going to do, I want my base colour to be Calypso Coral, and I want, using our sponge dubber, I want our Sweet Sorbet on top, and I'm just going to dab that ink on the top of the stamp like that. So I'm going to put that one there. Very similar colour. You can hardly tell the difference. Not a good idea, Al. So you need it to have a distinct difference. This is Pumpkin Pie. I think this will be better. And I'm just going to clean my stamp on my chamois. Right. Pumpkin Pie ink, Sweet Sorbet. Oh, that's better. That's what I used. Ah, lovely. Pumpkin pie. Dab, dab, dab with a sponge dauber. Dab, dab, dab. You can do as much or as little. Right. And running off the card is not a bad thing. It gives good technique. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Sponge daubers are great. I love sponge daubers. So I could leave it like that, but I want to fill in a bit more. Also, I really like doing it this way. So this is where you come. Is more better or worse? Don't mix them up. So I'm just going to put one like that. And one more. There we go. Ta-da! I quite like that. Now I'm going to get our in colour matte decorative dots. So we'll use under here, you can see our sweet sorbet, and they go from dark to light, which is ombre effect. So I'm just going to use, so you push and pick up, push and pick up. All right, and then our parakeet, just put that there, one of them over here, and use a big one here, like that. Beautiful. So they're also available in the new catalogue. So now we'll get our sweet sorbet card base, and where's your glue out? Glue the top in. So if you've left me a message, I certainly will get back to you straight after the video, because I am live and I am on my own. So there we go. That's number 2. How's that? Do we like that one? So that's my sample. This is my effort this morning. It's amazing what a sleep does. So I really like that too. So we'll put that aside with our other 2 samples. Now next is another step up. We're going to do some embossing, and we've used the die cut to cut out a little slip here, which should be with my kit, yes, here. So we can emboss that and use sending again, a card to say hello. And here we're using 2 colours again. I'll put these away. So sweet sorbet, that's all done. So now we're using Orchid Oasis and Tahitian Tide. The card base is Tahitian Tide, and it's half an A4 sheet as normal. We once again folded in half. Burnish the side. That's ready to go. Then we've got our basic white, again 10 by 14.3, and a little die cut that I used out of the bundle, this one here, the smaller one, and we're going to emboss it. So I'll just prep that. So embossing, we use our little flower bag. It takes the static out of the cardboard and helps for the powder to brush off where it's not sticky. We get our sticky ink pad, which is a Versamark, and we get our sentiment. So I'm just going to give this a clean and put it back and put the next sentiment. Right. Put that away in the case so I don't lose it, because I have to say it sends me into distress when I lose a stamp. So, and I can't move on until I find it. So a card to say hello. We're going to ink that up. You don't have to rush because you've got time. So just excuse my head. I'm trying to get it straight. And our embossing powder, which is white. I like to put the cover on this. Here we go. Now, don't touch your stamped area, just touch the sides where you're not stamped. And I just spoon it straight on. There you go, like that. Give it a tap. Normally I flick the back like that, but it's too small for me to flick. I put the lid on that. Now, I've made myself a little board to hold small pieces, because your fingers, it does get warm. Now, I'm going to turn on my heat gun, so please excuse the noise. I'll give it a second to warm up. Right. And hopefully, I'll hold it in my right hand. You'll see it change. Can you see that change? It's cooking the powder. There we go, all done. Sorry about the noise. So, there we go. Now that's just a piece of cardboard with foil on it and some clips. So that's our embossing done. So I can put that down. Make sure clean work surface. Okay, now we've got our stamping to go. Again, you can stamp your sentiment first so you know how much room you have, and you can use a post-it. So I'm going to do that. I'll clean my stamp. Use our Tahitian Tide. Tahitian Tide. Gee, Stampin' Up, you didn't go with easy names to say. Right. That's our sending. Okay. Put our little sentiment down here that we've just made. It's a bit hard to tell because I'm not over the top. It's not too bad. All right, now I want to protect that. I'll make sure I don't stamp over it, so I can use majority of this space. Okay, so we'll leave that open. We'll get our parakeet party. It helps me to learn them by keep saying them. Now we're using a different leaf. We're using this bushier leaf here, which has a small stalk stem, so one sort of straightish. One out a bit. Okay, that's your base. So you've got your base done. You've got your bouquet sort of greenery done. I'll clean out stamp. Okay, and now I'm going to put my parakeet party away, open up my orchid oasis. Okay, and here I've got the Tahitian tied on the bottom. So stamp, 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 new colour, that's the wrong one. There we go. Now we're just going to fill in wherever you feel you'd like a flower head. So and you just fill in from here. So that's 4, that's 5. We could leave it like that, but I'd like a bit more up here. So I'll do 7. See how that feels. There we go. So take that off. I've protected my work. Glue this on, and of course add some bling, because you know I love my bling. I like the bling to go wherever I can. There we go. I think I like that bouquet better than this one. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker at the thin end. I'm going to just extend my stems down. I just want them down a little bit. Just let that dry. I'm going to use these Baker Twines. It's the in colour, new in colour Baker Twines. But just look at them. They're beautiful. And look at the amount you get. I just love them. I've been using them a lot. I like Baker's Twine. So about 20 to 30 centimetres. Yes, I know that's probably a bit indulgent, a bit too much for a simple bow. But I like to work with a good amount. It's easier to tie bows if you don't skimp on it. So I'm going to make this one a bit bigger. Now, do we want to have a play and get the next colour out and do a double Baker's Twine? So, just because we can, because you get all of these in one pack. There we go. Bit twisted, isn't it? So, right, we'll just move on. And I want to put a sticky dot down using my trusty pick. So I just pull it off. So I've got a nice, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little sticky dot. I'm just going to lay that on my card there. I'm I'm going to push Tahitian Tide. There you go. How's that? That's all on. And the next one is Orchid Oasis. And push that underneath. So we have a double bow. Make sure they're well. And then I'll just trim the tails equally. And you have a little double bow. Now, oh, bling. Don't forget the bling. So I'll just close my ink pads before I stick a hand in it. Who's done that? I've done it more times than I can count. So get our matte dots back and the other end of that pick. So the other end. Right, now I've put 3 little ones on, so we'll go with that. So one here. I've put one up here. And one down here. There we go. And that's our number 3 card. How's that look? Looks pretty good. That's 3 cards done with the same stamp step, slightly different techniques. That's 1, 2, 3. I hope you've enjoyed stamping with me today. If I can help you with anything, how to do it, if you want more instructions, you can check my blog. I'll post this up on Pinterest as well, if you want to have another look at it. And you can find the video on YouTube. So remember to like my video on YouTube and subscribe to my channel and like it on Facebook, please. All of your interest in my cards certainly helps me in the long run. I do thank you for watching my video. Have a great stamping day. God bless and bye-bye for now. Cheers.